In this video, we will demonstrate the working principle of the saturation block. The first, we will understand what is the saturation block. It is to saturate the input values in the bandwidth of the upper limit and the lower limit. If we have the input value between those two levels, we are getting the output is equal to input. But if we have the input is greater than the upper limit, then we get the upper level value as our output, and if we have the input is goes below to the lower level, then we get the lower level value as our output. So we will start the implementation of that with the compare to zero block. So by double clicking it, we can add the compare to constant block. We want two values, so one is for the upper limit and second is for the lower limit. So we can simply copy and the paste for the another. We are using the first block is for the upper limit, so we are saturating the upper limit to the 100, and if it goes to the greater than the equal, so these are the operator which we can use: the equals value, less than value, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, or the greater than value. By applying the greater than or equal to, and the constant value will be the 100, so applying it, we are taking the constant compared to constant value as the upper limit is the 100. Now we are setting the lower value, so if goes below, so less than or equal to 0 value. So we are saturating the input value between the 0 to 100. So we'll use the switch for the implementation, double clicking it and switch. So the output of the compare to zero block goes to the control port of the switch. So it is simply goes, if this condition is true, then goes to the true port. If it is false, then goes to the false port. So we using the copy paste again another switch, giving the value of output of the second false port. So if it is less than the 0, then it is giving the value of this. So we are taking the constant. If it goes to the greater than 100, then we are getting the output as the 100. And second block is the 0. So if goes below to 0, then it should give the value of 0. To observe the output, we are using the display block. And to give the input, multiple inputs, we are using the repeating sequence tier. With the use of repeating sequence tier, we can give some multiple input at the same time. If the input is greater than 100, then it goes to the true port, which is gives the value of 100. If the value of the input is goes below to the 0, then it gives the value of 0. And if it is between the 0 and 100, then it will take the output as an input. So we are giving the value for the demonstration. So Control A with select all, and in the debugging, we are using the output value visible with the help of 03. So we can see the output of the each block. Clicking on the run, we can see the output. So with the help of step forward, we can observe it. So first is a -5, which is the less than 0. So this block greater than or equal to 100, which will be the false, and less than equal to 0 will be the optimized, and giving the value of 0. Next is a 10, which is between the 0 and 100. So it is giving the output is equal to input. So it is giving the 10 value. Again, the 50 is between the 0 and 100. We are getting the output as a 50. Again, the 100. So it is reach its upper limit, giving the 100 as a value. But if it goes above the upper limit, 120, which is greater than 100, then we are getting the 100 value only. And again, it goes below to 0, which is it reaches the below level of the lower limit 0. So it is -10, giving the value of output as a 0. Again, the 20, which is between the 0 to 100. So this is the whole implementation, alternate implementation of the saturation block. Thank you.